Hey everyone. I wanted to address the knuckle dragging Neanderthal we all know as Road Hog. So he did this. I know he's live right now as I'm recording this, but whatever. I'm not. I'm not going to do that. But maybe I'll visit over there when I'm done with this. We'll see. Anyway, so the EKC reality stream he did, I think it was last night. I'm going to just address a few things he said in there. So first of all, regarding my chat and the moderators for the channel, they don't set the rules, and I never said that they make the rules. I never said that. Okay, see, they know that I don't want people blocked. Only under very specific and special circumstances am I cool. Am I all for people being blocked? And it's mostly trolling situations. And we've discussed this. They're aware of this. Other than that, timeout is fine. It's their chat and it's their discretion to use timeouts however they see fit to keep things just as copacetic as possible, but also still allowing discourse. Okay. This is known. This is an understanding. Okay. We've discussed this time and again. When I say that it's their decision, it's their chat, it's because I don't see the chat. I don't watch a lot of it, and I miss a lot of it. So I don't see what it is they're dealing with. It's their mental health I'm concerned about first and foremost, okay? Because what they're doing, they're volunteering. They don't work for me. Like RoadHog seems to think that moderators work for him. They don't work for me. This isn't like indentured servitude or anything, okay? And he's right. Maybe it is a privilege to be a moderator, but the privilege isn't just for them. It's for me too. I'm privileged that they want to be moderators, okay? It goes both ways there. And I don't just let anyone come in and moderate the chat and make, do things as they see fit. These are people who I consider friends, people who I trust, people who I know are is unbiased as one can be, I think, moderating YouTube channel chats, and who are rational and logical and who are capable of talking about things, with me, with whomever. These are people I trust. These are people who I've built a history with, a friendship, a rapport. That's why they're moderators. And they're kind enough to want to be moderators. That's awesome. Like, they're a part of this channel, okay? They're helping me create this channel and this community, and I'm thankful to them for it, and I trust them. That's the thing. I know RoadHog has kind of gone through a high turnover rate with his moderators. I realize, and sure, I lost a couple too along the way, but I want to say I lost 3 total, and my channel has been in existence for about 2.5 years. So 3 moderators, I believe. Or no, 4. But one of them, it wasn't like they left on bad blood or anything. I think they just got done with the whole drama community and got the fuck out. So, So yeah, 4. 2 left on bad blood. 1, I think, left on just some blood. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure all of what went down there. But I have no hard feelings. I know that. So yeah. I'm curious how many have dropped moderating for RoadHog's channel on Bad Blood. I'm thinking that number might be pretty high. So yeah, that is exactly what I meant. And I trust the moderators, and I stand by them. And I'll say this much: if I ever do have an issue, or hopefully if they ever have an issue too, no one will know about it because we won't make it public, because we don't need to do that. I will respect them enough to always come to them in private, and I believe they will with me too. So, at least I hope they will. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, another thing I have to say, I kind of agree with RoadHog on something, and he is right about something, I think, about why it is I brought BX up on panel. Now, mind you, that wasn't my goal, my intention, or even it hadn't ever even entered my mind. It wasn't until he came into the chat, came in quite hot, wanting to come up, and then when Tyra was, sure, yeah, bring him up. I don't believe I prompted her. I purposely tried not to prompt her. I mean, I didn't want to bring him up for her. I was trying to be respectful for her and not do that. And then she said, yeah, sure, bring him up. And between that and him being there wanting to come up and me think, oh yeah, this could be a good show. And I was wrong for that, I think. Now, in hindsight, I realize I was wrong. Um, but I think more than the main reason why I was wrong is because I think it was still disrespectful to Tyra, and for that I apologize to her for that. Because like if I were in her shoes, I probably would have said the same thing. Sure, bring him on up. But I'm not sure if I would have meant that. I might have just said that to save face, you know. So I'm not sure if it's possible she could have meant it for the same reason, or maybe I don't know. And I'm not going to ask her. That doesn't matter. I should have been more considerate and considered that, and still just erred on the side of caution, put my guest first, and not brought him up on panel. And I apologize for that. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to say though that I don't think he came on there to defend himself, because there was nobody coming at him. See, Tyra and I invited her on the panel to just hang out. This wasn't any kind of, I don't know, like do good kind of stream or calling people out or anything. It was just to hang out and have fun and get to know her, because I think she's pretty cool. And like we were sharing our own personal experiences that we had with BX from our point of view, from what we saw and witnessed and went through. So I mean, I don't know what the hell he felt he had a need to defend himself from, other than just tell us we're wrong in how we saw things or what we felt. Or no, you can't. I mean, you can try to tell us we're wrong, but you're not going to be successful, because it's our experience and we have every right to share it. And really, it's my channel. I'll share whatever the fuck I want. I keep saying that, and I don't know why people seem to just be confused about this. Anyway, so yeah. And yes, I did say I like Tyra Nicole, and because I do, and that's not a problem for me. I mean, it seems to be a problem for other people, but it's no fucking problem for me. And I find it incredibly fucking presumptuous for anyone to think that they're in some sort of place where they can speak openly about my social life or who I talk to or who I'm friends with, especially someone who's not fucking me or giving me a job or something, you know? So, I mean, I can't imagine being so fucking nosy and entitled to feel like that they have every right to butt into strangers' lives through the internet and try to dictate who they should or shouldn't talk to. I mean, how much wrong do you have in your life that you have to go trying to make up for it by correcting shit that you see wrong in other people's lives? Serious question, though, you know. Oh, yeah, and I also want to add that, yeah, I didn't show everything from Road Hog's live stream. That's because I didn't show anything, like, directly from his live stream. I haven't even watched his live stream. The only part of his live stream I watched was the part that I showed in my stream. And that's only because someone had clipped that and put it up on Twitter. And I thought, well, this sums up a lot of shit pretty well in a very, tight small little clip. I think I'm going to just use this as like an outline to work off of. And that's all I did. I haven't even watched his fucking stream. So I don't know what it is I could have missed, or what it is I could have like purposely not shown in my stream, because I don't know what the fuck is in his stream and I don't really care. So. And this thing that I'm being accused of purposely leaving out, I guess it's actually from my stream. It's allegedly Tyra made some sort of comment about BX trying to do something with a younger adult. The thing is, though, is she didn't, to my recollection, she didn't say anything of the sort. I mean, she discussed him talking or being in communications with some kid or whatever. But I took it to be as kind of like he was enjoying being like this like idol or like this mentor kind of role or something, this like cool rapper or something. So, and when she was discussing this, she clearly stated that she was not implying any kind of improper contact or anything like that. In fact, that it was not at all like that, and to claim it as such would be like misrepresenting it or whatever. Like she went above and beyond, I thought, to make it clear that it was nothing like that. That BX was more or less just trolling someone, So unless She said, I can't imagine she would say that and then turn around and say the exact opposite. So if I'm not going to sit here and go through my stream. I'm sorry, I'm not. I will absolutely, I will sit down and I will watch anything and everything that people want me to watch, but I'm not going to go and try to find the shit for them. So let me just state, show me anything you want. I want a link and a timestamp. That's it. That's all you need to. You don't even have to clip it. Just give me a link and a timestamp and I will go look at it. But until I see something, it's kind of like if a tree falls in the woods doesn't make a sound. If I don't see the fucking clip, did it happen? So now Road Hog, you want to go on and say how like it's that we women are the ones who brought like gender or whatever into it, and then you go on to explain your point of view there by saying how it's us women who are the hypocrites. We're the gatekeepers. We're the ones who think that we should be the only ones to talk on things or whatever, or on KJ or on true crime or whatever. See, you're so fucking misogynistic that you can't even see the misogyny anymore. By you saying that what you just said there, you're not giving me the consideration of being an individual. You're lumping me in with anything and everything with tits just for the simple fact that I have tits. I've done none of those things. I've gone above and beyond to state how it's your channel. You have every right to say and do whatever you want there. I don't care. I've never say anything otherwise. I have no gatekeeper. Talk about whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I may commentate on it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you you don't have a right to talk about shit or you can't talk about shit. But you don't see that. You just see me as a pair of tits like all these other pair of tits you see around here in the community, and you assume that I'm doing the same shit as the other tits. And that's not the case. So if you were capable of seeing me as an individual, as a person, as not just a pair of tits, then you might be able to see me as something just other than a woman and just assume that I'm going to go do all the other women things that all the other women are doing here. That's fucking misogyny right there, okay? Misogyny doesn't always have to hurt or be insulting, blatantly so, or be like just noticeably harmful. It's setting a precedent. It's setting it like a zeitgeist for how women are viewed by any and all witnessing it. That's what it is. And that's what you're doing. Now, you can call it flip-flop all you fucking want. I don't care. But you see, I'm not so dead set into one mindset that I refuse to change. I am capable of evolving a thought, a belief, a stance, whatever, upon receiving new information. And that's the thing. Since I did that stream last year with Rakin, a lot of shit has happened since. And new information has been found, okay? Like there's a alleged arrest. And then there's the absence of any kind of proof of an alleged arrest. And there's so much more that I've come across and that I've already covered on stream. I'm not getting into it here. But it's upon learning this information that I then apply it to my theories or whatever, and I will then land someplace different according to the new information. That's evolving, okay? That's adapting, evolving, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry if you're not capable of that. Maybe that's a problem here. I don't know. But there will always be new information to be found. It won't always change your belief or your claims or your point of view. But oftentimes it will. And if it's applicable, then it should. That's what happened. You can call it flip-flopping all you want, but I'm not locked in to a belief or to a claim, regardless of any new information I get. I'm responsible for that claim. And if new information tells me that I was wrong about that claim, then I'm responsible to correct that and make my claim according to the new information. That's what I did. Now, as far as... I'm sorry, you want to talk about fucking hypocrisy. You want to try and call me out for just supporting Kareem as being on YouTube. That's what I do. I don't support his every action. I don't support anyone's every action. But I support him being on YouTube, and I like the guy. We're friends. So you want to give me shit for that because of some alleged mass doxing in a Discord server, which I don't even know. What's a mass doxing? Either you're doxed or you're not. I mean, whatever. Okay, it's neither here nor there. You want to give me shit for that? You, the guy who put my fucking address and all my personal information up on a public stream on YouTube and even showed Google images of my house. You want to sit here and give me shit because I wasn't even in that Discord when this allegedly happened. I wouldn't no knowledge of it, participated none. But just because I'm friends with someone whose Discord that was, you want to hold me responsible for that. You want to tie me to that. Let me ask you something. Have you held yourself responsible for fucking putting my information out there yet? Have you? Because I don't recall you ever doing that. And maybe you might want to start at home first. Why not? I supported Steve McRae because he was falsely accused. Okay? That's why I support Steve McRae. And I find it hilarious that you want to accuse me of supporting Ren's sexual harassing of people that I'm not, whatever. You want to give me shit for that. When Ren's not the one who's ever told me to suck his dick, that would be you. In regards to my Twitter, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. My Twitter comments about oral, fellatio, is that what you said? I don't know what you're talking about. But as far as being a cold, calculated bitch, why, thank you. I don't think I'm cold, though. Like, I'm calculated. Well, I'm kind of calculated. Like, see, when it comes to things like social media, I'm allowed to not be totally just, responsive and just put things out in the heat of the moment without stopping for a second and thinking about it. And I take advantage of that. Not because, like, I want to display myself as a certain way to the world, even like it's not me, but because I don't want to fake it. I want to be the person. I want to be that person. So I behave as though I am that person, and eventually I'll become that person. It's kind of like fake it till you make it sort of thing, which it does work oftentimes. I know I'm not a good person sometimes or all the time, or hell, maybe not even most of the time. But I aspire to be. So I will stop and think, and I will calculate things, and I will do what I feel is best at that time. So, but if you want to call that being a cold, calculated bitch, then so be it. I call it being an adult, though. Out of everything I've heard you say about me up to this point, that's just cold. That's just wrong. Like, please don't. I'm not a fucking philosopher. I'm not. I can't fucking stand philosophy. Just don't. I can get ugly too. I can.
I'm sorry, but I agree.
What? What the You think I'm very good at getting tips? Clearly you have not fucking paid attention to my channel, like, at all. Like, I think it's almost like it could be a running joke on how very little I get in super chats and supers or whatever, or anything, really. But that's okay, because I'm not here for that. I mean, if I get it, great. That, of course, that'd be nice, and I welcome it. But that's not my driving force for being here. So I'm not going to behave any differently in hopes of getting that. But I find it amusing that you think I'm very good at getting those, because I fucking suck at that. Now, at this point, you're going on talking about women making allegations against men or whatever, and how detrimental that is for men, What have does this even pertain to me? I'm not even sure, because I'm not aware of my like, making any kind of accusations against you in something that would be so detrimental to you anyway. Like, I don't think that part's about me, so. I'm not sure what it is you and BXBeastBoy expected me to do. This ain't my fight. I'm not fighting here for you, for BX, or even for Tyra. I'm not. I was just having a guest on my stream to chit-chat. Yeah, we were sharing our experiences about someone, but that's all we were doing, was sharing our experiences. And the nerve of BXBeastBoy to think that he had some sort of right or entitlement to come into my chat the way he did, to demand to come up on panel, and then to fucking try to take control and run shit the way he tried. The nerve of him, really. If he had higher expectations for some sort of debate, then he should have asked me first. He should have reached out and asked me if I would do that rather than just come on and just shove me in that place and then yell at me for not performing the way he wants me to perform. Okay? Nobody has that right to fucking do that to me. But he's more than welcome to come to me and ask me. Now, as far as Tyra sharing the live stream chat, I said that I would probably interpret it kind of the same way that BXBeastBoy did. I would probably take that as someone's like trying to get my attention or whatever, you know, putting shit out there. But if I were to then go and do a stream or a video coming at that person as though and accuse them of talking shit about me and having my name in their mouth or whatever, that would make me wrong, because that's not what happened. So I understand his being, I guess, perturbed by it, you know, or suspect of it. I get that. But to then go on a stream or on video and claim it to be something that it's not, well, that's just wrong. You know, I'm sorry. That's incorrect, rather. No, I don't think wrong's a correct word. It was incorrect. I wasn't aware that my channel was about talking about women issues. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will. But I think that many of those issues would also pertain to men. Some, maybe not so much, but yeah, I think most would. So I wouldn't even really look at things as women issues. I'm not. What are women issues anyways? And what am I talking about regarding women issues? Like, am I talking about fucking periods up in here or something? What the hell does that even mean? And you're surprised that I'm talking about women's issues or whatever, and I'm friends with Kareem. Well, I mean, if people shouldn't be friends, if people can't be concerned about quote unquote women's issues, whatever the fuck that means, and still be friends with people, you know, who like Kareem, well then nobody would fucking be friends with you either. You realize that? I mean, this is like cutting off your nose to spite your face, kind of. You're advocating or pushing or arguing for people to drop Kareem for all of the things, but these are all of the things that you do as well, and you do at times worse than Kareem, okay? At least just as bad. So, I mean, again, I say, why don't you start at home first? I am not cool with you and BX for how this always seems to so quickly turn into just women hating men. Like you guys are our victims. I don't know why you guys want to be our victims so badly. Like, I mean, it's like every single fucking issue you have with someone in the community turns into how you're the fucking victim of them because they're women and they hate men. That's every fucking time. Like, get over your victimhood. I don't know what to say. Like, it's a perceived victimhood. I'll say that much. Get over it, okay? I mean, just the fact that you make that argument. I mean, you have to realize that every time you guys don't have anything else to say or to combat with or to use to back up your side, you revert to how this is only because I'm a man and you're not. Like, how is that? How is it that we're hating you because you're fucking men? Like, how? What is it we're doing that is screaming like reverse sexism or sexism, whatever you want to call it? What is it? What is giving you this conclusion that, oh, this is only because I have a penis? Please tell me. Oh, because, I mean, are we the ones sitting over here saying, yo, why don't you just fucking get down on your knees and start eating me out? You know, I mean, we're not the ones saying that. That would be you guys constantly going to the whole dick sucking thing. Like, every time you feel like you're losing an argument, you got nothing else to rebut with, you then just revert. You belittle us down to nothing more than just a cocksucker. God. And you don't even see it. And you want to sit here and say that we're doing it. Hardly. But I guess that's hypocrisy for you. Well, and you say I'm fine with things so long as they're not doing it to me. I mean, that's kind of like how everyone looks at shit for the most part. But no, I'm also fine with it when sometimes it is done to me because I don't hold a grudge. You know, I realize that people, like men who are misogynistic, it's not entirely their fault. They grew up in a culture that is extremely misogynistic, and they grew up thinking things were normal that really are quite misogynistic. So I I have some compassion there and understanding. So I'm not always not okay with people who do things to me. Like, I get over it. And I'm not okay with the things that some people do to other people. But I also know that cutting them off and putting them on blast and pointing the finger and demanding fucking accountability and justice and everything is only going to make it worse. It is. Like, look at what's happening here. I don't want to do that. I would much rather have a conversation, or even a series of conversations over any length of time that creates a new understanding, even if it's a new understanding for me as well. I welcome that. That's what I aim to do. And in order to do that, I had to not hold a fucking grudge. So, who the fuck did I platform that ripped people off of money? The fucking hypocrisy of that coming from you. I mean, you guys tried to fake a baby, okay? And you were more than happy to accept any kind of monetary donations through whatever means in response to this alleged pregnancy. And you know, I haven't even really said much about that. I don't care. But to then accuse me for platforming someone who ripped people up, what the fuck are you even talking about? And if I went around refusing to have people on my channel who did X, Y, and Z that people have an issue with, I would never have anyone on my channel, not even myself. And now we're back to my mods, running my chat or whatever. And how did I not defend Sue Elliott? See, I don't get what people don't understand about this. I wasn't going to sit there and let this narrative go on that Sue Elliott gave you, or Doc's Ren by giving you his info or his number. I wasn't going to sit there and let that go on because I know that didn't happen. And I spoke up on that and said as such. So beyond that, though, it's Ren's channel. He has every right to have people who he wants in the chat and to not have people there. I have no right to tell him otherwise, and nor am I going to. See, because Ren is my friend too, and I respect him enough to not try to tell him what to do with his channel. Okay, and I kind of believe that he also showed me some respect at that moment by just then dropping the whole Sue Elliott thing, because he knows that she's also my friend and she's a moderator for the channel. You know, and I'm appreciative that he did that. I am. So I'm not sure what it is you think I did wrong here. And if I did anything wrong, well, then that would be between myself and Sue Elliott. So what fucking stake do you have in this? What gives you a right to fucking come in on this and try to dictate things? I mean, it's not like Sue came to you or anything and said, I don't know how to talk to Aaron. Can you do it for me? We all know that didn't fucking happen. So why do you feel like you have some sort of right or entitlement to come in and dictate and make claims on this when you fucking clearly don't? I mean, again, what's your turnover rate again for moderators? Again, you might want to start at home first. Oh my God. You sounded like such a happy, excited little girl when the truck stopped moving. You got to look at the chat real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going through the trouble of cutting this or whatever.
The truck.
Okay.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay. Okay, yeah, no, this
See,
good.
I said this a long time ago, and I meant it. Look, I stopped. I'm stopped. Look, the truck's not moving.
It's just showing my clear screen, damn it.
Well, now we're moving, so the phone.
Tell me that's not fucking hilarious. Okay, I think I got an answer on the whole Twitter comment thing toward the end of the stream here. You bring up the tweets I made about to BX or whatever regarding his penis. That's not what I said. And what I said was clearly in response to all of this suck my dick and sucking my dick comments that he made. And my two tweets I made said, not sucking your dick. I mean, yeah. Okay. Um, I mean, Reagan's still around. She's still on Twitter and everything. Clearly, you're able to see. Well, maybe you're not. That's right. You're probably blocked. Um, I don't know where Dottie is. You're right about that. Although I, when the last year or so that Dottie was around, she put up with a lot of shit. A lot of people came at her for for mostly dumb reasons, and yeah, she probably just had enough of that shit. I don't know. Um, I'm not sure what the fact that Nat isn't around, the fact that she wasn't around before January 2021, and the fact that she hasn't been around really since her alleged arrest should have everyone asking or questioning, contemplating, who the fuck was Nat? As I said before, I do agree with you, Road Hog. I should have shut that shit down earlier or just not even allowed him to come up. It wasn't my idea, though. It wasn't what I was looking to do. He came looking for it. I think he wanted the views just as, he was thinking the views just as much as I was. Only he was thinking the views like before he even got there. I didn't start thinking the views until after he got there. And more than that, I thought it could possibly be a little entertaining. It could have been, and it wasn't. But like I said, regardless of what Tyra Nicole had said, I should have considered her first and foremost much more than I did, and that's where I failed. Um, um, as far as defending himself, he has every right to defend himself against whatever's being said about him. He can do that on his own fucking channel, though. I never say otherwise. It's not my job to worry about his reputation. I'm not going to sit here and be like completely evil about it and go out of my way to fucking say shit that's not true or whatever. But if I talk about my experience with someone and it's not too favorable for them, but it's my fucking experience, I have every right to do that, and I will. And I'm sorry that you feel you have some sort of right to dictate what happens on my channel. But like I said, dude, you ain't anyone to me. You're not. You don't have any kind of investment in me or my life or anything, or my channel or anything, or my livelihood. The fuck out of here with that shit. And as far as like, what would I do if someone was doing that, talking shit about me or whatever, I would do exactly what I've done this whole time. I would probably react to it, reply by talking about it on my own channel. I've done that this whole time. I'm not sitting over here crying saying, you have no right to say that. No, stop talking. Get my name out of your mouth. How I wish more people would put my fucking name in their mouth. You don't like me? Don't we establish this, dude? It's cool. We're good. We're good. Of course I address things when it benefits me. That's what I've made it clear from day one what my channel was about. First and foremost, this was something cathartic for me. It benefited me. Like, is my channel supposed to benefit you? And are you paying me to put content out? I mean, doesn't mean I can go around being a dick or an asshole going on my way to cause problems. No, of course not. But if I want to talk about something in my point of view, my experience, and vent or whatever, because it's cathartic for me, yeah, I'm going to do it. Because that's why I'm doing this. I mean, why the fuck are you doing this? I mean, you have to be getting something out of it besides whatever pennies you're getting. And I say pennies because that's about what I get too. So what else are you getting out of it? It has to be benefiting you in somehow, because you're not out here advocating for anyone other than maybe men's rights or something. Like, again, like anyone here is trying to take away your fucking rights. Come on. Okay, now we get to the end of the stream, the part where you start hurling out all these threats about exposing me and shit or whatever. Go for it. Like, can I help? Like, tell you what, I'm more than happy to go up on panel with you, and I will answer any questions you ask, provided I'm giving an opportunity to actually answer them. And unlike anything that happened on my stream between Tyra and BXBeastBoy where he didn't give her a chance to fucking answer shit. I would like a chance to answer the questions should you ask them. But let me help you expose me, okay? Now, as far as the moderators in the chat and giving them donations and stuff, interestingly, how you say that, because I did have this discussion. Well, maybe not with the new ones; they probably don't know about it. But in the beginning, with some of the ones that've been there since the beginning, because I really thought that the live, like the super chats, like they should get them, most of them, because they're the ones working in the chat and doing shit. I mean, I'm getting the AdSense, you know, and that offer still stands. Although I don't know how. I don't know how beneficial that'll be to them. I mean, well, maybe then I would actually get some super chats because, you know, people would want to see them get the money. I don't know. All right, I'm not even going to listen to the last minute here. I'm just going to wrap this up here now. You want to accuse me of playing favoritism? Yeah. I mean, if I'm talking about something that's of interest to everyone that doesn't involve me in any way, really, then of course I can be objective because that's the whole point of the discussion. But when I'm talking about me and my experience and my relationships, yeah, I'm a little biased toward me, okay? It doesn't mean I don't try to listen to people or whatever. Of course I do. But I mean, I don't owe it to people to be like some moderator and shit like that. And I realize I'm wrong oftentimes. I get that you're probably going to say, oh, you don't, I never seen it. Dude, go back and fucking watch some shit. I don't know. One of these days I'm going to put together a fucking compilation of all the times I just accepted blame and responsibility for shit. But until then, I know I'm wrong at times. I don't know it at the time, but at some point after it, I can reflect on it and see I was wrong. I can see what someone else was trying to say to me or point out or whatever. Just like here and now, like you're telling me how I should have shut that shit down earlier. I shouldn't have had BX up. You're right. And the thing is I realized that for the most part before I even heard you say it. But you're right. I was wrong. So, is that biased? Am I being biased there? Yeah, although maybe I am. I'm being biased to Tyra because I think I did her wrong and I should have done better. But that's okay. I can be biased to her. Anyway, I think I'm done with this. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. I'm going to go see if you're still streaming, though. Bye.